Hey, you're finally asleep. Took you long enough, but I'm glad. You really needed it. I could see it on your face earlier, the weight you've been carrying. Like you were trying so hard to hold everything together for everyone. The room's quieter now, like even the walls know it's time to breathe. You're curled up so still, almost like you didn't want anyone to notice you slipping away into sleep. But I noticed. I always notice. You kept rubbing your eyes and saying you were fine, but you looked so tired. So I just stayed, didn't say anything, didn't ask if I should. I knew you wouldn't tell me to go, but you wouldn't ask me to stay either. You do that a lot, you know? Keep things in, like you're afraid you'll be too much for someone to hold. But you're not. You're never too much. You shifted a little right before you fell asleep, murmured something I didn't catch. But you grabbed the edge of the blanket tighter, and I figured you were trying to feel safe. I hope you do now. It's strange watching someone fall asleep. There's something vulnerable about it, like a kind of trust you don't even realize you're giving. And you let me stay close while you let go. That means something, even if you don't say it. Your breathing's steadier now, slow, soft, like waves hitting the shore. I could listen to that all night, better than any lullaby. I'm not tired yet. Not really. Maybe I just don't want to close my eyes. I might miss something, a twitch of your hand, a sigh, that moment where your lips part just slightly when you fully drift off. I know this isn't much, just sitting beside you, whispering like an idiot. But if this helps even a little, then I'm exactly where I should be, right here, with you, in this silence. Your hands so still, fingers relaxed, just barely curled, like whatever weight you were carrying finally let go. I'm glad you don't have to hold it tonight. Not now. I reached out a few times, stopped myself, then tried again. Just now, I finally did it. I touched your wrist, barely a brush, but you didn't even stir. You must be deeper than I thought. Your skin's warm, not just from the blanket from you. You've always run warm. It's comforting. Like I'm not the only one here holding something close. I moved the blanket up over your shoulder a little. Hope you don't mind. It looked like it was slipping. I couldn't let you get cold. Not tonight. Not while I'm here. I know you'd probably tease me for being so careful. You'd smirk and say I'm hovering. You do that thing with your eyebrows. I can see it in my head right now. But I wouldn't care. Not really, because I'd still do it. I like being the one who looks after you. I always have. You have a tiny scar on your knuckle. Did you know that I only noticed just now? How many other things have I missed? Little things about you, things no one else ever slows down long enough to see. You deserve that. Someone who sees you quietly, softly, not just when you're loud or laughing or being fine, but like this, at your quietest. You shifted again. I almost pulled my hand away, but you leaned just a little closer, still asleep, still trusting. So I stayed. Of course I did. I used to be afraid of moments like this, the still ones, the ones that feel like they're holding their breath. But with you, silence never feels empty. It feels full. I brushed a strand of hair away from your forehead. It was in your eyes. You looked younger for a second, softer, like the world hadn't had a chance to weigh on you yet. I wish I could keep you that way, just for a little longer. Is that selfish? To want this moment to last, to want to be here when the storm passes, and after, too? Maybe it is, but I don't care, because right now, all I want is to be the warmth you breathe next to. I'm not going anywhere, not tonight, not while you're here, peaceful, quiet, safe. And even if you never know I said any of this, I hope somehow a part of you still feels it. You probably didn't even notice I stayed, but that's okay. I wanted to stay. Someone had to guard the night. And now, well, you'll just have to deal with my voice, even in your dreams. Poor you. Imagine no escape. You smiled once today, only for a second, barely a flicker, but I saw it. I always do. It lit something up, like a hallway of closed doors just cracked open a little, enough for the light to spill through, and I thought, there you are. You don't laugh the way you used to, not like back then when we first met. Your laugh had this wildness to it, unapologetic, big. You didn't care who was listening. Now, when you laugh, it's quieter, like you're afraid of being too much, or maybe not enough, or maybe like something inside you is still holding the edges of that sound back. I noticed that too. I don't blame you. You've been carrying things, I don't even know what, not fully, but I feel it. Even when you say everything's fine, especially when you say that, you always try so hard to seem okay, to keep things easy, like you think you're only allowed to be here if you're pleasant, if you're light. But you don't have to be sunshine to be wanted. You don't have to smile to be loved. I wish I could say that to you without saying it. I wish I could just pour the truth into the air between us and let it settle on your skin. Let you feel it instead of hear it. You're so good, even when you don't believe it, even when the world tells you you're not, even when you doubt every step, every breath, you're still good. You hold things together for other people, quietly. They don't even see how much you do, but I do. And if I could take that weight from you even for a while, I would, in a heartbeat, not because you're weak, but because sometimes even strong people need someone to sit beside them and say, you don't have to carry this alone. If you knew how much you matter, if you really knew it, how you calm a room just by being in it, how your presence makes things feel possible, you'd never question your place again. If you knew how you've helped me just by being you, you'd stop trying so hard to earn what's already yours. You don't have to be strong for me. Not tonight. Not ever. Just breathe. That's more than enough. You always look at me like you're not really seeing, like you're watching a dream blur in daylight. I'm right here. So close I could reach out and touch your hand, but you still look through me like I'm made of soft fog. It hurts, sometimes more than I want to admit, but not enough to make me walk away, not even close. Because even when you forget I'm here, even when your mind goes somewhere far and cold and quiet, I stay, I always stay. You never asked me to, but I do it anyway. Not out of pity, not out of habit, but because leaving you behind never felt like an option. Not for me. I know I'm not what you look for when your eyes wander. I know I'm not the voice that lives in your thoughts when you drift off. I know you don't lie awake, wondering what I'm feeling, but I still keep hoping that maybe one day you will, that maybe someday you'll look at me and see. There were so many times I wanted to speak, to take a breath and just let it all fall out, all the soft truths I folded up and hidden behind smiles. But every time I stop, because I'm afraid of losing even this, even just sitting in silence beside you. But if I don't say it now, when the room is still, when you're asleep and can't look away, then when will I be brave enough to admit I've wanted to be the one who makes you feel safe, wanted to be the reason you smile again, wanted to be enough, just once. If I could stay right here, forever, next to you, while you sleep, while the world outside forgets us, I would. No questions, no need for anything more, just this, you breathing slow, and me watching over you like a promise. And maybe it's foolish to love someone like this, quietly, from the edges of their world. But I'm not giving up. I won't fade away just because you haven't seen me yet. I'll be here, still here, every day. because I believe, no, I know that there's something in you that feels, even if you bury it deep, even if it scares you to let it out, even if you think no one could ever love all the quiet, broken pieces. I could, I already do. So, sleep. Don't worry. I'll carry this moment for both of us. And maybe someday, when you're ready to open your eyes, you'll see me, really see me. You're still asleep, so still, like the world decided to pause just for you. Like time understood that you, of all people, deserve rest. I pulled the blanket up over your shoulder a minute ago. You didn't stir, but I like to think you noticed, even if only somewhere deep in that quiet place your thoughts go when you finally let go. The night's gotten colder. I didn't expect it, but I won't move, not even an inch, because if I shift, if I break this silence, it might vanish. This moment, this soft little world we're sharing. I could say something. I could whisper more hopes into your sleep, but maybe it's enough. Maybe tonight isn't for change or courage or confessions. Maybe it's for being. Just being here. Two people, a shared breath, the faint hum of something unspoken passing between us like a tether. You'd laugh if you knew how long I've waited to be this close, how long I've wanted to just sit beside you and not be afraid of ruining it, of reaching some invisible line and stepping too far. But tonight, I didn't cross anything. I just stayed quiet, warm, still. And maybe that's the only way you'll ever let someone in. Not through doors you open, but through the ones that never had locks to begin with. I don't know what tomorrow will be. If you'll remember, I was here. If you'll notice how close I sat. If you'll hear all the things I didn't say. But I'm not asking for anything. Not anymore. Not tonight. Just stay asleep a little longer. Let me stay in this silence with you. Let me pretend, just for now, that this is enough. That this, you breathing slow under a blanket, I pulled up, me beside you, with a heart too full to speak, is everything. And if this is all we ever are, if this is all I ever get, then I'll keep it like a secret I never want to lose. Because some moments don't need to become anything more. Some moments are perfect, just like this.